Mis Panchinko Usteshpas is your boy, Maniak the YouTuber, and today I'm gonna be trying to answer as many questions as I can. Some of the questions I just simply cannot even read on here because it's too complex. Me, I'm still a camarada, I'm still from a barrio, and I still have to live by a certain code, so I hope you guys respect that. Jose Guzman is touching on the 50-50 yards. So to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you like this. I paroled in December 2017, and at that time that I know of, there was still no 50-50 yards, so I'm not even gonna say anything about it. Do I think homies should program with SNYs? In my humble opinion, no. But I ain't nobody to decide anything, so it really doesn't matter what I think. Another thing that you're asking is if I remember the last time I seen you at Jack in the Box. I do remember you were with your hyena, and you had some type of like a briefcase. It was me and one of my homeboys. He had his hand pretty messed up for beating some fools up the night before, and we were planning on robbing you. I don't know if you recall. And then when we got close, I recognized you, and we used to work together. With all due respect, I don't know what's going on with your status, but as far as I remember, you were always a good camarada. Xavier Bustos, what are the worst things you have done for the gang? The worst thing that I have done for the gang is lose all my freedom, all the years of freedom that I lost. Jose Guzman has another question, which is explain how everyone is capable of stabbing everyone in the back because everyone got a breaking point, except maybe someone who is mentally disturbed. Does everyone have a breaking point? I believe everyone does have a breaking point, only if you want to have a breaking point. Nobody could break you but yourself. Not really a question, but you should do an interview with the guys from Most Wanted Familia. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't set trip. I don't care about none of that. You know what I mean? But I'm still from a barrio. And unfortunately, at this point in time, the barrios are not on the level where they would look in favor of doing something like that. You know what I mean? And I would be more than open to do something like that. But at the same time, I don't call shots for no barrio, and I don't think any other rapper does. And it would just start all kinds of drama within the barrios. And I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. I ain't trying to get in trouble myself. And hopefully in the future, you know, the gangs do get together and there's some type of peace treaty where we are able to work together. Like, I wouldn't mind at all. You know, I have nothing but respect for everybody, all the homies, you know. SP805 is saying, are you cool with any fools that rap from Colonia, like Enemy, Young Scar, Lil Mo, Raw Feeks, Young Feeks, and Fletcha? First off, if you're active, as far as you're still in good standing, I don't care who you are. Even if I don't like you, I'll still give you the respect. Fletcha is a SNY, so I'll never associate with him. Do you watch boxing? Yeah, Oscar de la Hoya was my favorite boxer back in the days. What do I say in the beginning of my videos? I say, greetings with respect. That's what I say in the beginning of my videos. It's Nawa. The homie right here keeps on trolling me, talking about, do you like tweakers? My boy, don't play like that. I respect everybody. It doesn't matter who it is, but don't come over here playing on my stuff, dog. Do you like to freestyle? Hell no, I don't. Did you make Deuce 5? Did you make Deuce 5 killer video because of another YouTube channel? No, I did not. If you're from Oxnard, if you're from the vicinity of Oxnard or Ventura County, you know that I made a song in 2010 where I mentioned Walmart, and it was just for entertaining purposes, for entertainment, and it served pretty well, you know. Luis Javier is saying, how do you feel about Most Wanted Familia rap group that rep Oxnard, Colonia, or other rappers that rep Oxnard? Look, first and foremost, if you're in good standing, I don't care where you're from. If you're representing Oxnard, you're representing the rest of us, and we're representing you as well. For Most Wanted Familia, the only one that I really that I've listened to his music and that I actually know is a good person. I'm not saying the other ones are bad because I don't know him, but Enemy, aka Wada, he's been around for a very long time, and I've had cellmates that are hardcore gang members from that barrio, and they all claim him, they all like him. And personally, I'm not gonna get in his business, but I know he does a lot of good things for the community, and I respect that. And that's all I'm gonna say. What's the worth being in a gang, and what is the gain? There's no gain in being in a gang, bro. It's just a way of life. What's it worth it? I mean, that's like telling somebody in a cartel was it worth it. It makes no sense, you know. How did you get your nickname? I don't know. The homie said I was crazy. Have you seen cell phones inside of Ventura County Jail? That's a negative. I have never. G37 Jr. That's a good question. Why did you diss Criminal, Snapper, and Capone? In a 2010 or 2009 song, I did mention them. I was young. I don't know any of them personally, and I honestly think I shouldn't have done that. But at the time, it was just a strategy, nothing personal. And if I ever see any of them, I'll shake their hands with respect and take it from there. Cancero Silos. Was the first 16 or song you remember writing? I'm a little famous. Look it up on YouTube. Seagull 805. Did you come across any guys from Oxnard while being in the pen? Who were they and what gangs are they from? In prison, dog, any barrio that is active has active gang members, and you run into a bunch of them. 805er, that's a long story. Where are the gang boundaries in Oxnard? I'll do an episode on that in the future near. What has changed most in Ventura County since your days as a youngster? Pretty much the landscape. It used to be a lot of fields. Now there's a lot of houses, you know? A lot of stores. Agriculture was pretty big. What was one of the biggest reasons you joined a gang? I was influenced by corridos and the gang culture, and that's what pretty much manipulated me into joining a barrio. Okay, Wild 100s. Maniac, how do you feel about this generation still kicking it with fools that rolled it up? Well, look, my boy, when I was a kid, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was a kid, there wasn't as many PCs, as many defectors. Now there is. For whatever reason, I'm not gonna get into it. There's more than actives. And with that being said, they infiltrated the communities, and I'm trying to stay positive, so I'm not even gonna get into that. But yes, PCs are invading everywhere. If you want to stay blind to that, stay blind, but they're coming everywhere. Is there any cartels in the 805? I don't know about that, and I don't care. With all due respect, don't ask me stuff like that, por favor. What or who, Freddie R., what or who inspire you to start spitting flows? I've always spit flows since I was a little kid, but I didn't start rapping till like 2009, 2008. My question, what was it growing up like? Pretty wild. What made you put on the red? I'll make a future episode in the future near about the red rag. Nahua, it's very easy to learn, bro. It's an actual dialect, and you can buy yourself the dictionary. Nahua to English, English to Nahua, Nahua to Spanish, Spanish to Nahua, and you can learn Nahua. As a matter of fact, I teach baby, baby? I be teaching baby sometimes. What are the gains and losses of joining a gang in general? Lessons, financially, all that. As far as me, look, there's different types of gang members, bro. The gang member I used to be, I'm still a gang member. But the person I used to be in a gang when I first got in, when I went on full throttle, I lost everything, my freedom, money, anything I had, I destroyed it. My family, everything. What did I gain? I didn't gain nothing out of it. Just staying loyal to a gang. That's it. Let me try to go back to the community, see some more questions for you guys, and I'll try to answer some more. Young Ant, will you ever do a song with the Seal Boy? Only time could tell, dog, because we're not on that level yet where barrios are able to. I would be open for it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna go disrespect my homeboys, and I'm pretty sure they're not gonna. I don't even know if they would be open for it, but it's just a long process that has to get restored within time. I don't know, but in the future, I would be open for it as long as everybody's on board. How do you feel about the current popping artists in Oxnard? That's good. Everybody in Oxnard that is coming up, it's all good. Is KS tension still, you know the number?
No, just ignore it.
Is KS tension still a thing? To me, KS was just a bunch of fools that were related to my older homies, and they came up. They used to be taggers. I seen the whole evolution from rebels to taggers, and then they try to claim a barrio, and they never really made nothing out of it. The only two fools, well, the only fool that was actually doing things got busted, and he's been busted ever since, and he's been doing his time quietly, and everything's good, you know? Show No Love 187. What made Low Boy rank out? Look, I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that, but I was always told that Sponge beat up Low Boy, and with that being said, I'll let Low Boy talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Do you and Chino Grande still chop it up? Periodically we talk, and he helps me out a lot. I just haven't been able to utilize the tools that he's given me due to the fact that I'm still on parole, and it's active parole, high control. Do you have a lot of your book written? I don't, but I'm gonna start writing it pretty soon, within the next week, and that's pretty much easy for me to do. I grew up with Fresno Bulldogs in the California prison system since 2005. I've seen them every year. 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All those years I seen Bulldogs. I was on the same tier with them. They were bottom tier, I was top tier. How about Little Vago? I didn't really know Little Vago. He passed away. I met him like once. And I know his older brother. That's all I could tell you about him. Have you had any close homies you had cut off because they turned 25? Yes, of course. One of my good friends, Frankie Santillano, he defected from the barrio, and we're very close, and unfortunately, you know, we had to cut ties. I did cut him loose. My friend Little Phantom as well. That was a very, very good friend. Unfortunately, he PC'd up, and I no longer talk to him. Whatever happens to Bruce and Sonny? Bruce went on to do like 8, 9 years, and I don't know what happened to him afterwards. He testified in the grand jury indictment, and Sonny testified in the grand jury indictment for the Supernova third phase, and I don't know what happened afterwards. Speak on the... Okay, I'm trying to look for more. Luis Guzman. What's the difference between gangs, tagging crews, and party crews? Party crews were just in the 90s, pretty much like ravers, you know, trying to just party. Tagging crews, you know what that is. In gangs, of course, you know what that is. So I'm not even gonna explain it. Have you ever heard of sureños in New York City? I don't know. I've never have. I live in California. I never left. Is Tears a real friend? Tears is a very close friend to me. That's like a little brother to me. What happened at Walmart, I'm not going to get into that because it's a very long story. Saludos from Dallas, Texas, from Alex Fonseca. Saludos, my boy. Explain all your tattoos. I have nothing but El Rio gang-related tattoos. That's all I have. ER, El Rio everywhere. And that's pretty much I'm like a walking billboard for El Rio, you know? The homies that rap from my hood, like Chevlokes, you know, he was running amok for a while. He's a very good friend of mine, but unfortunately he's on parole, so we can't really see each other. But I believe that when he gets off parole, I could hopefully get him into making more music. And with that being said, that culminates the first Q&A. I'm probably gonna do Q&As every month, once a month. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my channel. And with that being said, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll come at you with more stuff pretty soon. Thank you.